Part 2. Crimson Flower. Guardian Moon. The Master Tactician. Having crushed the Alliance's army and captured the Great Bridge of Myrdin, the Imperial Army prepares to attack Derdriu, the Alliance's base of operations.
Professor, what is your opinion of Claude? I can't help but wonder what sort of impression he made on you. That much is obvious. He acts like a fool, but still manages to make the impossible happen. That's as true now as ever. He's managed to protect the Leicester Alliance with his cunning alone. Since the beginning, territories within the Alliance have been split between those who support the Empire and those who oppose it. Claude has been acting as an intermediary between the two, essentially keeping the Alliance pacified. As both sides are of equal strength, he's created a situation in which they've all agreed to avoid fighting each other and causing undue bloodshed. By carrying on as though the Alliance is united, he's minimized the Empire's influence there.
It's quite impressive how well his bold scheme has worked out. However, he is walking on thin ice. One wrong move and the Alliance will shatter. Speaking of Claude, Your Majesty, we should not delay in our invasion of the Alliance. It would seem that Claude has some fresh scheme up his sleeve, to no one's surprise.
Is that so?
Yes. The people of Derdriu have suddenly found it difficult to leave or enter the city. We can safely assume he is preparing for battle, but I am certain his plans extend beyond that as well. Do you not think we should take Derdriu at once?
Derdriu, the aquatic capital. A city floating on the ocean certainly poses a challenge. Since it's deep within Regan territory, we haven't had the opportunity to attack it directly. However, now that we have control of the Great Bridge of Myrdin, our situation has changed drastically. They can no longer expand their supply line into the Empire, and so we can finally attack Regan territory.
House Regan is not only Claude's house, but also the flagship of those who oppose the Empire within the Alliance. If House Regan falls, the other Alliance lords will be tripping over themselves to join us. That is why we cannot fail to take Derdriu. Confidence is one thing, Professor, but see to it that you do not underestimate Claude. The leader of the Alliance has had many things said about him. They say he is unbeatable in a battle of intellect. I hear they call him the Master Tactician.
Right. Hello.
never do get used to the sight of blood. It always makes me feel as if I might faint. I suppose I've told you that, though, yes? I have no idea how you cope with it. I hope this war ends soon. I dislike being lightheaded because other people are bleeding everywhere. It's all a great deal of bother, but I will do my part, of course.
Since the past, I have learned much of the language of Fodlan. But speaking the Fodlan language still gives me difficulty. I can understand, read, and write with nearly perfection now. But understanding and speaking are fruits of a different color. I have gratitude for you, Professor. I hope that I will have fluency one day.
Do you have time for a request?
Hey, we can't actually join you on the battlefield, but rest assured that we're there in spirit. We're doing everything we can to support the army, so give it your all out there.
Hey there.
Professor?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Derdriu is known as the aquatic capital. It's a beautiful town with streets that seem to float on the water and an impressive harbor. In times of peace, it would be a wonderful place for a holiday. Anyway, best of luck in the next battle.
There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals.
This experience is critical.
Leia.
Got a favor to ask.
No.
Hello there. Professor?
So, listen.
The Gloucester and Ordelia houses have territory in the southern regions of the Alliance. Everyone knows they support the Empire, so they won't get in the way of our armies.
Hi.
5 years ago, during the attack on this place, you allowed me to join your side. Since then, I've risen through the ranks. And now I'm a general leading my own army. In this invasion of the Alliance, I've been entrusted with maintaining the supply lines and keeping the Goneril territories under control. That's why I won't be accompanying you to Derdriu. Please look after Lady Edelgard.
Hey, I could use a hand.
That reminds me. 5 years ago, most of the people involved with the Church and the Empire moved to the Eastern Church in Alliance territory. I've been hearing rumors that the majority of those have now gone to the kingdom capital, Verdiad. The Eastern Church has no military force of its own, so they must be sensing that the Alliance is weak and fleeing.
Hey!
hungry hero is no better than a well-fed soldier. Do you know that saying? No? That's because I just made it up. If you're hungry, you're never going to be at full strength. Keep your belly full and stay strong.
When the three of us sit together like this at the table...
Let me guess, we look as though we're plotting something wicked. You realize you're mostly to blame for that.
Our next target of attack is Derdriu, the Alliance base. The Alliance troops were nothing to turn a nose up at. They were pretty strong, and brave, too. Our next target of attack is Derdriu, the Alliance base. Better stay sharp, even if we do have superior numbers.
Hey!
Maybe.
So, Goneril's troops have entered Derdriu. Oh, hey pal. Didn't see you there. Guess I was lost in thought. You're a quick one, Professor. I caught wind that Duke Goneril sent Hilda to Derdriu. She's the sister of my buddy Holst. I can't let her die. I won't! Ugh. This is a terrible situation. Got a favor to ask.
Big brother always gets so fired up. Better keep an eye on him. Oh, sorry. I was just talking to myself. I hear you're heading out to Derdriu. Good luck with the battle.
Hey there. Lately, the Kingdom and the Knights of Seiros haven't made any significant moves. I don't suppose they're going to stand by and watch while we attack Derdriu, though. That's why I've doubled our guard and instructed them to be extra vigilant. I will keep Garreg safe. It is my duty and responsibility.
Hey! Pardon me. It's like this. I have been wondering something. If I had not been your student, where would I be right now? Who would I be? Do you ever think about that sort of thing, Professor? Ah, so you do think about such questions. You can never find answers, though, right? We cannot turn back time, so there is no way to go back and try a different path.
If you travel east from the Alliance and cross Fodlan's throat, you enter the land of Almyra. House Goneril's territory touches the eastern border of the Alliance. They also have Lord Holst, the most valiant warrior in the Alliance. Tasked with keeping watch over the Almyrans' movements, he rarely leaves Goneril territory.
Right.
A moment, please.
No. The tide of war is clearly favoring us, but Claude refuses to surrender. I wonder why that could be. Frankly, it seems to me that his ideals are not that far removed from Edelgard's. I suppose even the very powerful can be irrational at times.
I'll use this power for the greater good.
suppose even... Thank you very much. Did you need something from me? Thank you very much. Delicious. Yes. 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 I'm not sure. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much for the tea. I look forward to doing this again.
Hi.
Didn't they used to call Claude the Master Tactician? I want a nickname too. Maybe I'll get one if I can defeat him at Derdriu. I'll come up with a plan that'll beat his and earn a nickname for sure.
Professor, I'm happy when we win battles, and I'm always relieved when our friends make it back safe. On the other hand, it's hard to watch the enemy die. Even worse when it's someone you know. Perhaps it would have been better if I'd just stayed with the opera. You're right, Professor. I'll never regret the choices I've made. Now you just have to lead us to victory, so everyone else can let go of their regrets too.
Right. Professor!
What is it? I have no words for you. I have blades, and if you wish to cross them, I'll be more than happy to. Although you may not be. I was told not to, however. So I will hold off until the war ends. I have a favor to ask.
So...
Claude. Which one was he again? Oh, right. Yeah, of course I remember him. It's just... I can't picture his face. Don't remember what he looks like. I'm not sure if I ever knew. Oh well, he's just another enemy now, isn't he? What? Am I not supposed to say that?
So...
To tell you the truth, I used to be a knight of Seros. But at some point, I just couldn't follow the Archbishop anymore. I ran away in secret and decided to join the Imperial Army. Ever since that day you disappeared, the Archbishop has been completely different. She started laughing as if she was possessed and spouting complete gibberish.
A little scratch won't stop me! Still here. Ernie's unstoppable. Still here. Still here.
I figured I'd have a look at how the kingdom is holding up while I was on the road. So I took a trip up north despite the cold. But the borders were closed on every road. I wasn't even able to get into the kingdom. Every crossing point was guarded by grim-looking armed soldiers. It was all very imposing.
Oh, good. Thanks. So, we've somehow managed to take the Great Bridge of Myrdin. That means House Gloucester should now be ready to join the fold more formally. We've blown a major hole in Claude's plan to preserve the Alliance. We should press on to Derdriu before he has the opportunity to adjust his strategy. I have a request for you. I have a request for you. So, we've somehow... That means we've blown him... We should press... I'll take it.
In order to defeat a formidable foe, you must first learn who they are. How much do you know about the Alliance? The Leicester Alliance unites the feudal lords of that region. It holds regular roundtable conferences where they vote on their policies. However, only the 5 great lords are permitted to vote. Duke Goneril, Count Gloucester, Count Ordelia, Margrave Edmund, and their leader, Duke Regan. Their titles were originally granted to them by the royal family of Farkas. About 300 years ago, the Alliance was still part of the Holy Kingdom of Farkas, you see.
Professor? I wish we could settle all of this before the fighting begins, don't you? I wish it dearly, but few others feel that way. They fight in a bloody battle, take countless lives, and then finally come to understand defeat. They refuse to admit when they're beaten, and they keep it up until they've been utterly defeated. Of course, I understand that sacrifice is inevitable. But if they're going to surrender after being defeated anyway, why raise a weapon in the first place? I wish we could have they refuse, of course, but if they're going... Thank you. I'm glad you called me here. Thank you. Ah, it's quite hot. Yes. Of course. Yes. Wow. Hmm? Yes. Do you remember the day we met? You protected me from those bandits. Wow. Yes. Wow. Ah, it's quite hot. Is something on your mind? I don't fuss with makeup all that much, but I do take excellent care of my hair. Really? Wow. 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 Come now. This is lovely. I don't fuss with... Professor. Professor. Wow. Really? Professor? It smells delicious. Yes. Professor? Really? Yes. Professor? Really? It smells delicious. It smells delicious. Ah, it's quite hot. Thank you for this. Thank you for the treat. This was fun. I hope you'll invite me again.
So that means we've blown him. We should press. I'll take it. Well done, Professor. Thank you.
Let me tell you.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. I hear Derdriu is our next objective. Small world. That's actually where I grew up. It's a great place.
Hey there. I hurt my leg in the last battle. Had to take shelter down here. Nowhere else to go. Be careful up there. All sides are bringing their strongest people to this fight.
You know, I've always wanted to see the world. That's why I left my village. And here I am, traveling to all these interesting new places to kill people. Not what I had in mind. Maybe I'll find some time to admire the scenery. Though people might get mad I'm not taking this silly war seriously. Oops, that was close. Almost sighed.
The Great Bridge of myrdin is ours. The Alliance may be composed of powerful nobles, but their power is directionless and thus wasted. Though the Empire was no better before Lady Edelgard ascended the throne. Indeed, my own house fell, due in part to its inability to wield power properly.
What more could Hubert possibly want from me? He's been pushing me too damn hard. Said that the only way to win over the Alliance Lords is with my help. All grousing aside, it's not the end of the world. If it helps us win, I'll do whatever it takes. I wouldn't have signed up for this if I wasn't getting something out of it.
Hello. Hello, Professor. I doubt you recognize me, but I work for Lord Hubert. He has stationed me here to ensure that the Church does not attempt to make use of this place. Thus, I'm blending in with the residents here, strictly confidentially, of course.
So, the army runs you ragged, marches you from place to place, prodding you to fight. They promised me 3 meals a day. They'd have to give a lot more than that to get me to sign on. I'd rather starve down here than deal with that.